to be what? King. Their king. See, once again, it's still God is doing, putting leaders over the people from episcopal leadership and not Presbyterian nor congregation. It comes from top bottom. God making the decision who would rule over the people, not the people making the decision. The people having the desire, but God is the one who's establishing the leaders over the people. Are you getting that?
Yes.
So you don't call no committee because you didn't like Pastor Cockroach, and we're gonna get rid of him because he didn't bring the chicken thighs the first Sunday when we're supposed to be eating, and so we're gonna vote him out. And we like Pastor Rooster here because he can get up and jump up and run up and down the aisle and everything. And so that's who we're going to have for our pastor. No. God knows what we need, when we need it, and how we need it. It should be based on how we feel. Because we'll pick people that's going to be like us. Until we start seeing ourselves in them, then what we do, we get mad at the people, want to get rid of them, but really we're getting mad at ourselves because we look just like them. We act like them. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay, the 22nd verse says, and when he had removed him, and what Paul is saying, when God rejected King Saul from ruling over the children of Israel, and I'm just keeping it as and a summarize, because Samuel was crying and weeping because he thought that the people was fighting against him. But God had to let Samuel know, don't weep no more over to my people. It's not that they're rejecting you, but they're rejecting me, because the only thing you done, Samuel, as the prophet, you my mouthpiece, you just only doing what I have assigned you to do. So the people are not fighting and kicking against you. They're kicking against me who's working through you. You know? And he said, I have found a man. And then he said, now this is what I want you to do. You go to Jesse's house, and I'm going to show you who's going to be the next king that's going to rule over the people of God. Now, let me ask you this question. Who was the first king that God chose to rule over God's people?
David.
Okay, David. Anybody else? Okay, who was the first king that God chose to rule over his people? Saul. Okay, we got David, we got Saul. We got another David. We got two David and one Saul.
Jesus.
Get out of heaven, brother. We in the Bible. He waiting on the return of Christ. Paul talking about stuff that happened in the Old Testament.
Saul.
Huh?
Saul.
Okay, we got two Sauls and two David. Okay, for the sake of time, the first king that God allowed to rule over his people was King Saul. Because don't you remember, the people, they desired a king. God did not want them to have a king. He wanted to be their king. But they desired, but God was the one who placed the king over the people.
But you say who God chose.
Right.
He did choose him.
No,
they didn't. God chose him.
Remember, it went from the
Says
distance.
Says it.
They wanted a king.
Yeah, they desired.
He chose. God chose him.
Y'all leave me alone.